Savage Opress from the Star Wars cartoons.
Savage?
Yeah, it's Savage with 2 A's.
Wow.
Did you come up with a bad guy name?
This was tough for me, man. I looked at a lot of lists and I just couldn't get like anything better than Sebastian Kane. And I know that may sound like a cop-out, but man, it's such a generic name, isn't it? I mean, Cypher Rage is really bad. You're right. I hate Cypher Rage.
That's probably the worst on the list, frankly. Like Jericho Kane, like I can get like okay, so Jericho, you're naming it after a city that fell, so this character is gonna have a fall, and Kane means he's probably gonna have a fall by a bad guy. Oh wait, the end of Days is him dying. Like I get it.
And there's been better hero names. Like I love Corbin Dallas from Fifth Element. I know it's not good, but I like it. I love Johnny Rico.
Great.
I love Johnny Rico from Starship Troopers.
There was a list of bad names and that was on it, and I was like, I'm not using this list.
Yeah.
I mean, there's also I thought about adding this, but I thought you would freak out. Castor Troy.
Oh, come on.
I know. I was like, you know what? That's actually kind of clever. But
his performance in that. I just did a ton of research for a video for Nick Cage versus Travolta, and I just love that thing so much more now. Oh man. You know what name is terrible is I love Parker Posey, but in Blade Trinity her name is Danica Talos, and that just doesn't work for me.
I mean, you can also just go with Hannibal King.
Oh yeah, that's
from the
bad.
same movie. That's bad. But I was like trying to think of a name that would be bad if I was purposely trying to write like a bad villain name. It'd be something like Faust Ashkin.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's a really bad one.
Yeah, that's really... in a lot of movies with low-budget films, many characters are named Kaminsky.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I have no idea. But I'm telling you, there's in a lot of screenplays, you will read Kaminsky. So watch a really bad Transmorphers movie, and there's always a Kaminsky in it.
I bet it's someone's like... the producer or something. Put my name in there.
Yeah, that one hurts. I will say, what about some good action names? I mean, Chev Chelios is probably my favorite. John Matrix.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't look those up, so I'm going to let you roll through if you have any more.
Yeah, I was looking for names. I went all over the place. I just couldn't, I don't know. I'm sorry about that. I kind of flaked on that. I couldn't think of... Sebastian Kane. It just does not work for me. So any name I looked at, I just didn't think was better.
Yeah. You would screw with him and just call him Seb, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Seb.
The Kane Mutiny?
Yeah, it's just like a thick sounding name. It's a weird description for a name, I know, but it's hard.
Wait, there's a character named Terry Leather.
Weird. Okay. I also wanted to know, do you want to play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here's the one I want to give to you, and I've thought about it, and it's doable, but I think you have to make a stop into a TV movie.
Okay.
Unless you find a different way.
Let's hear it.
But can you get Kevin Bacon to Steve Guttenberg?
All right. Yeah, I can do that. So I can use TV.
Yeah, well, I used a TV movie. My rule was only movies, but you could do TV movies.
All right. So Steve Guttenberg. Oh, so with TV movies.
Yes, but not TV shows, but TV movies.
Okay. Steve Guttenberg was in Police Academy with Michael Winslow. He's the guy that does all the voices, right?
Yes.
Okay. Michael Winslow was in Spaceballs with Bill Pullman.
Yes.
All right. So then Bill Pullman was in Independence Day with Will Smith.
Yes.
All right. Will Smith was in, let's see. Will Smith has been in movies with everybody. Let's see. Will Smith. Okay. Let's see. So many characters. All right. All right. Was with Will Smith. Will Smith was in, I'm just going to get this up for speed here, was with, I can do this, Margot Robbie in Focus. All right. Margot Robbie was with, let's see, I'm close.
You are. I think you're really close, actually.
Margot Robbie, let's see.
My suggestion is you should get to the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Wait, all right. So Margot Robbie was with. I can do it. I can do this here. So can I get him with Fast? Was she in a movie with Meryl Streep, Charlize Theron? There's Nicole Kidman. Was he in a movie with Nicole Kidman?
Isn't Charlize Theron in the movie that's out right now about Fox News?
Yeah, Bombshell. Mm-hmm. All right, so right now I'm on Margot and I have 2 left. So I got to make this. People are screaming right now. You're getting me back for that one thing I did to you a few episodes ago.
But you're doing really better. You're doing much better than I did.
All right, so Margot Robbie was with, let's see. I can do this. Let's see. Margot Robbie was with, I'm just trying to think of recent Kevin Bacon pictures. Let's see. Margot Robbie was with, let's see. Has she ever been with Ryan Gosling or Steve? Oh, no. Wait, no, she wasn't with Steve Carell. Yeah, and Big Short with Steve Carell. Steve Carell was in the Ryan Gosling picture where, no, the one where they have relationships with Julianne Moore and Emma Stone. There, that's it. I did it. But the name of it is, it's 3 letters. What's the Kevin Bacon, Julianne Moore movie? I still have to think of the name. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I do, but I can't think of the name either.
It's, 3 words. I know this is great listening for everybody, but I can do it. All right. It has, hey man, I'm pretty happy about that.
That's pretty good. Well. I mean, I think that's pretty good.
It's going to be, Crazy Stupid Love. I'm looking at it right now in my Blu-ray collection. Yeah, hey, that happened, right? We did it.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Here's how I did it, if you're ready.
Yeah.
So Kevin Bacon is in Hollow Man with Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin is in the Avengers movies with Vision. Oh my God, I just forgot his name.
Paul Bettany.
Paul Bettany. Paul Bettany is in Han Solo with Warwick Davis. Warwick Davis is in Ewoks: The Battle of Endor with Wilford Brimley. Wilford Brimley is in Cocoon.
Oh wow.
Steve Guttenberg.
Hey.
that actually, like, I did that on my own, but it took me an hour and a half to figure that out.
So if we do
over like a couple days.
So if we do, all right. So Guttenberg was with Brimley, right? Brimley was in The Thing with Kurt Russell.
Yep.
Kurt Russell. Let's see. We can connect this one here pretty good. With Kurt Russell, he had to have been with someone that's in a movie with. Has Kurt Russell been in a movie with Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah, he was in the latest Tarantino.
Oh yeah, with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is Margot Robbie.
Yep.
Hey,
even better. Look at us.
Nailed it.
So movie smart.
Jeez Louise. Final thoughts before we get into our draft?
I just found this movie difficult to talk about, but I think I'm glad I did talk about it.
You owe me $10.
I owe you $10. Maybe I do for making you do this one.
No, listen, but I kind of love when this happens because I think sometimes when you're younger and you watch a movie, you're not as discerning and you come back and watch it again. So on our walk, I talked to my wife Megan. And I'm like, we should watch 500 Days of Summer again. And I would kind of like to see how that movie is 10 years down the line because I saw that when I was their age in the film. So it'd be interesting to see it now, 10 years later.
Yeah, I've never seen it, so I can't comment.
So it's interesting. A lot of people vilified Summer, which is incorrect. I never did. But 10 years later, when people were writing about it, they're like, yeah, I can't believe Summer's on a villain on all these lists. I'm like, what are you talking about? But apparently a lot of dudes don't like Summer in it. But she's not to blame at all of it. It's like, it's weird. But I want to see it again with new eyes, if that makes sense.
It does, absolutely. We can pick an older movie again and try this, which we're doing. We're doing The Mummy, so we'll see if that holds up.
Oh, dude, I just watched that last weekend. It holds up and then some.
That's actually really good to know. Good to know.
It's so good, man. Rachel Weisz is awesome. And I wrote a Cracked article recently about Mummy 2. So I wrote about poignant moments in cheesy movies. So I wrote about the scene in Mummy 2 when Imhotep dies.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, exactly. So it made me money. So the second one did, not the first one. But all right, so we're gonna do a Kevin. So Adam suggested this, correct?
Yes.
And so Adam couldn't make it, but we're gonna do a draft where we pick movies that Kevin Bacon we want to see him star in, correct? Or just appear in?
I would say appear in because you're adding Bacon.
Okay, so got it. So I'm replacing him for some actors, if that's okay.
I did that too. It's fine.
All right. So my first one is I picked 7.
Oh, that's good. That was on my alternate list.
Now I like him a lot as a cop, but I'd like to see him in that kind of role with Morgan Freeman. It'd be interesting to see how he could carry that, right?
Yeah, it would.
All right. Which one you got?
So I picked Nightmare on Elm Street, the reboot. I want him to play Freddy.
Yeah. Yes. That's
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. I think somebody said they wanted him to play. That's been around for a while. People want him to be Freddy.
Maybe I got it through osmosis, but he seems perfect for the role.
Yeah, I love that. All right, so this one's weird, but I think you might like it. I want to see him in Behind Enemy Lines when it came out in 2001.
So as which character?
Owen Wilson.
Yes. He was a weird casting choice for that movie. I could see that working much better with him.
And I actually really liked Owen Wilson a lot in that picture. And so I was working in a theater when that came out and nobody went to the movies in 2001. And so I would I went trash can for the entire day after the events of September 11th. And I just had one trash can all day to clean up the theater and no one would come. So I just watched Behind Enemy Lines and Born Identity a lot while I was working there. But I don't know, it'd be interesting to see him in that kind of physical running role. Because that's not something we've seen much of, maybe aside from Tremors.
Yeah. And Quicksilver, but he was like 21 at that time.
Yeah, he was spry, young and spry. I want older Bacon running around.
Okay, so my number 2, I want to see him in a John Wick movie. I think he would be good as the assassin friend from the first film.
Oh, that gets killed by Adrian Palicki?
Yes.
Oh. Or what about the Willem Dafoe role?
That is the William Dafoe role.
Oh, I thought you were talking about his buddy in the hotel that got killed.
Oh, no, I mean his William Dafoe role.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Yeah. Because William Dafoe, he can add menace, but not like Bacon.
He can give you a look, Bacon, in some of these movies that just make you wilt.
Exactly. Yeah.
They drop you. All right. So I'm going to go with Spider-Man Homecoming. I think he'd be good in the role of Michael Keaton as the father / Vulture.
You're right. Yeah, that's really good.
I think Keaton's perfection in that scene in the car, but just imagine so what Keaton does in the car there's menace to it. It's perfect. I love that role with Keaton, but Bacon would add some realness to it.
Yeah. It's hard to go against Keaton. He's so good in that role, but I would like to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I want that.
My number 3 is Blasphemous, Mark. I'm going to say that right now. People are going to hate me. I'm going to lose the online bet because of this. I want him in Misery as the nurse.
Well, so he's Annie Bates?
He's Andrew Bates. This is gender swapped.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Same exact movie. Just gender swap him. He's Andrew Bates.
Wow. I could see it.
It's a stretch. I know it's a stretch. It's gonna be it's my downfall right there, but I'm gonna go with it.
All right. You want to hear a weird one? And we talked about this. Ravenous. I want him to be the guy